14.
Inside row number 2 on
Yeah.
number 56, Henry Petrovich. Dominic Stafford on the Village Falls, Massachusetts will start the number 12 out in the 4th spot. Inside row number 3 in the pit stop, the number 7 from Pimple, Massachusetts, is for Shayla Turner. Inside row number 4 in the 7th spot, the 20 Vermont on a Chelsea Vermont good. For the 2022 Pure Stock Champion here at the Claremont Motorsports Park, Brittany Gangsford. Outside of row number 4 in the 8th spot, the 78. Tonight she comes in here and she is dead even with the guys that are in the middle of this pack after just being here for 3 days racing the race car. She's been around it her whole life, but she is getting better as she goes. Here's the replay from Race Day TV. Patrick Russell actually gets a shot in the back from Lindsay Wetzel. Failure series gets involved, and actually Andrew Plum just hit the brakes to get away from it. But another story, Carter Conroy. Yesterday, he didn't get involved in that melee in the second feature. He would have been fighting for the top three with Andreas Amor and Kyle Kenny. Now, we talk about Kyle Kenny. Kyle won on Friday. He won the first race of the afternoon yesterday, finished second in the second one, and sixth in the third one. He gave his overall triples race yesterday, in for another sweep of the weekend. So far this weekend, we had Ben Mazzotti sweep the Crown Vics. Jonathan Charlie Baldwin sweeps the street stocks. And now, Kyle Temple is 2/3 of the way there to sweep in the mini stocks that he completed today. Kyle Temple is 2/3 of the way to the clean sweep here this weekend. We'll see if that driver can get that done. But Gabe Dillingham, the Valley of Team sponsored ride, he looked really fast up front here to begin this race. Yeah, Kyle Temple is good, but tough enough to win the race. No, I thought it was smooth, but yeah, you're right. I can't count. Marco, we had this conversation yesterday like 4 times. I can't count. I refuse to count.
Well, we should count how many pure stocks are out there because it's one of our more competitive fields.
Yeah, the LaValle Building Supply pure stocks. So this story goes back a couple of years. So last year, Gary and Super I started calling them the best support position in all of New England because they came out every week and put on the best They are officially the best support division here at the Claremont Motorsports Park, and I think in 2026 they'll get more cars and are going to continue to do that.
walked by them about 100 times today.
They've been
working all day long
They
on
went
the front end for them.
They went into limbo in practice, one of the issues. And then yesterday with the front end collision, that also gave us some things, pushed some things back that they were in the way of the vital suspension components. So little Conroy is doing what he can, but Mr. Clean might be in trouble here. They're only going to wait so long for him to get that tire changed. You can see the headset there on the Claremont Motorsports Park tech official that is just watching, making sure everything is done the right way. Also able to communicate with Mike Parks and John Espernette, Ryan Callen to make sure everybody knows, what's going on. They're not going to get too many more laps here. The right front is good. He had it drive, not reverse. That doesn't look... Yeah, we're going to look away from that. Coming down.
round out the top 5. But parking it in Country Fuel's victory lane, the driver of car number 51, Colton Hull, wins the Pure Stock main event. The Atom Bomb, Nick Adams, is working his way to victory lane, and we'll send it trackside where he'll have a word with our winner.
Yeah, but they can't sell hats? I'm like, are you serious? You can't sell hats that are like adults? That was ridiculous because they used to.
All right. Let's go trackside with Nick Adams.
That was
Down here on the front stretch of the Claremont Motorsports Park with our third place finisher here in the final Valley Building Pure Stocks race of the season, the real deal Kyle Kenny.
even if it's like 4 hats.
Kyle, not the way you wanted to finish the weekend. You know, you won the first two parts of this 3-day weekend, but you come out here with a third place finish. How was the car?
The car was good. It was definitely a little tight, especially with how hot it is today. You know, it's not that hot, but it's much hotter than it was the previous 2 days. But no, overall it was really good. The race was chaotic as always, so that's always fun. Yeah, I love racing with these guys. They know what they're doing, at least somewhat, and producing some good racing, so I can't complain.
Who do you want to thank for helping getting the 57 up here in the third spot?
I got to thank Jones's Metal
1 and
Designs,
2
Johnny
and
Boy's
3 and
Pancake
4.
House, Lightning Chassis,
And somehow make it
Kenny
through.
Gallus Attorneys, Jesus, Big Body Designs, you, my
think
dad,
one
my
time they
uncle,
almost went 5
all the fans
in
for
the
coming
morning.
out. I just thank all of y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to your third place finisher, the real deal, Kyle Kenny. All right, your second place finisher, her nickname fits today. Ladies and gentlemen, the podium princess, Andrea Sainamore. Yeah, I knew that would make you smile. How was the car out there?
It started off really
She gave
strong,
herself
and then
that
after a little bit of
nickname.
contact, the toes definitely knocked out somewhere, but was able to hold off Kyle, and unfortunately I got to Colton, but lap traffic got in my way, unfortunately. But that's a race for you. Excited to go back out. Hopefully do this again in the mini. But I gotta thank BTMS Libraries, K&R Rentals, Highside Fab Graphics, Jason Pilkey for getting us stickers for my stepdad's dad we lost about a month ago. So this isn't the first podium without him, but first victory lane without him. I gotta thank my mom, my dad, Philip, and Mercedes and Sunday, and all the fans for sticking out.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to your second place finisher, the podium princess, Andrea Sainamore. All right, and your winner here down in the black and white checkered squares, ladies and gentlemen, Colton Hull. Colton, the first day of Fall Challenge definitely didn't go the way you wanted. Yesterday you looked a lot faster. Today you returned to form. How was the car out there?
That was pretty good. I can't ask for a better birthday present than this. So we've been dealing with issues with this car since I pulled it off Friday. So I could not be more happier than this weekend. And I can't thank these people behind me enough. And my father, who's unfortunately not here today. I'm happy everybody came out by the end of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to your winner here on Fall Challenge Day 3, Colton Hull. Marco, I'm looking up top, and it looks like we got our first set of dirt cars to come out on the racetrack.
Indeed, 602